So hi guys, welcome to Learn with Preetham. Today we'll start with boxing and unboxing from the C Sharp fundamental video series. So first let me open the Visual Studio and let me clear all this. So so let me tell you first what is boxing and unboxing is. Well, boxing is a process of converting a value type such as int or a struct to a reference type such as an object. So what is actually value type and reference type? So a reference type is nothing but we have two type of storage where memory allocate. Whenever we create an object or whenever we create a variable, something stored in the memory. There are two types of memory, that is heap memory and a stack memory. Whenever a variable is getting created with a particular value, let's say I'm creating int a equal 90. So this a is a value, this a is a variable which is storing this 90, the value, the direct value to the stack memory, so that the compiler will know and do its operations. And reference type is nothing but it is not storing the direct value, it will not store the direct value, rather than it will store the reference of a value, rather than it will store the reference of it. So that's the difference between the value type and reference type. Mainly boxing and unboxing happens when we deal with these two factors. Like the reference type storage is like the value type is storing the data in a stack memory, and reference type is nothing but storing the data in storing the reference in a heap memory. So for example, let's say this is a value type, and now I want to store a reference. I want to store this A's address to a reference type variable. So I'll do, let's say I'll create an object. This is an object type, obj equal a. This is a reference type. Let me give as ref type only. So okay, there should be a semicolon here, and now if I do a and obj, I should get 90 console line. So let me go and build this code. Yeah, let me run it. Okay, as you can see, there are two 90s. So let me close it. That's how. So this is nothing but a boxing actually. So if I can say, we boxed the value type variable. Okay, so yeah, this is boxing actually. And whenever we do the boxing, as I've already said, this allows the value type to be stored in a heap memory rather than the stack memory. And let me go for the unboxing now. So if I can say unboxing is something, it is fully opposite to the boxing. When we have a reference type object and we now want to make it a value type, or we now want to store the reference type object's data, like the heap memory allocated data, to a stack memory allocation, inside a stack memory allocation. So then that time we do the unboxing. So unboxing is similar, we have to do the casting for that particular thing. So as I've already say, as I know that my boxed data, that is boxed object a, this is a variable boxed object. So if I can say this is the boxed box, this is the variable, this is a boxed variable, it has the reference of a, that is the value type, and I know the value type, I mean type of this particular a, that is int. This is the type of this a. So I can do one thing, I can create, let's say int, because the unboxed type of variable will have the type int. So b equal the boxed object obj, but it'll throw me an error because this is an object type and this is an int type. So what I can do, I can cast this object to an integer. I'll use this opening and closing parenthesis, and inside that I'll put int, so that this object will be casted. This is an object. If you can see, if I can maximize this, so if you can see, this is an object obj. It is casted as int, and it will not throw me an, I mean it is not throwing me any error as of now. So let me console write line and print p, and do one thing. I'll give unboxing, okay, and for this let me give value type, and this is boxing. Yeah, so let me build the code again. It is builded, and now let me run the code. Okay, oh sorry, I have made a mistake. It should be plus, not a comma. Okay, now rebuild again, run the code. So if you can see, yeah, see the value type is a, that is 90, so it is coming from a stack memory. This is boxing, so it is giving the object that is coming from a heap memory. This 90 is coming from a heap memory, because a is itself stored in a heap memory for this particular line. And then we go for the unboxing. Unboxing is we are casting that particular boxed value to a particular type, that is int, because this value a is itself an integer, so that's why it is printing here. So after unboxing, it is also coming from a stack memory as well. So yeah, that is it from boxing and unboxing. But there is a catch. So let me say, if I don't know the, let's say this value type is coming from another program, so I don't know the type of the value. So instead of creating an int directly, we should go for if object is int, then we will cast this, and now let me take this as well. Yeah, so if this object is integer type, then this unboxing will happen. Let me go and unboxing. Yeah, so if this object is an integer type, then this unboxing will occur. And if not, then let's say if I'm giving it as long, so it is now a long type, and the boxing will happen because object type will take object is a bigger box. If I can say, like object is a bigger box, long int everything will be a smaller box. So I mean smaller element. So that particular bigger box will can contain all the smaller elements like long, integer, float, everything. So object will contain that, the boxing will happen, but unboxing will not happen. So let me say that this if block happens, I mean let me write a code here, like if block happen. So yeah, if this console write line get printed, that means this if block happened and it didn't do anything because it skipped the if block. As this is not a, this a is an integer type, so this object is also I mean the object, this obj object will contain the long type of a, not the integer type. That's why it will not this chunk of code will not get printed. So let me check it. So yeah, if you can see, the value type get printed as 90,000. Then the boxing happens. It is giving me 90,000 as well. This is I mean desired value. This is the desired value. But then the if block happened, like this code get printed. But inside that, this thing never happened because object is not int. It is a long type. Until it is a long, I put it long here. This chunk of code will not happen. So let me put a long here and let's see. Sorry, let me put a long here. Let's see. Then if I put I have put long here, so this if block will get true and this chunk of code should happen. So let me see if this int b equal int obj will occur any value or not. I mean will have any value or not. So I have built the code, it is succeeded. I'll run the code and it is throwing me an error. It should be throwing me an error because this is a long type. I typecasted it to int and that will not gonna happen. Able to cast object type in 64 to in 32. In 64 is nothing but the long type, in 32 is integer type. So it cannot convert, like it cannot cast the long value to a integer value. So instead of doing that, let me say long, and it will throw me an error because this is int. So I can give var is if I put a var here, it will the error will go on. Var is nothing but a dynamic type. It is a keyword in C# where this dynamic type denoted that whatever the value is in the opposite side of the equal sign, opposite side of this equal sign, whatever the value is, it will take that particular type and put change its own type to that particular type, so that you need not to worry about whatever type you are putting. I mean, what should be the type of the what you need not to worry about anything like that. So yeah, that is a var I can give. So now if I run this code, see, the unboxing value is getting printed as it is says as object is long. So the if block happens and it print the value. Okay, so concept of boxing and unboxing is something, let me say, like object is a box. Let's say object is a particular bigger box. Inside that bigger box we have many elements, like many things can be stored in that particular box. So long, let's say long is a copy, I can say, and the integer type is a pen cap of a pen. So now let's say for the boxing we have a bigger box, we can store everything there, so there is no issue. If this is a long type, this is a float type, integer type, we are boxing it, so object is always be the bigger box so that everything can be stored there, so there is no issue. But the issue comes here when we try to unbox it, when we try to put that element from the bigger box to a smaller smaller thing. Let's say we have a pen that is an integer type and we want to take that particular pen cap from the object box and put onto the pen. So that is the question. If there is a there is a pen or a there is a pen or there is a let's say copy inside the box, inside the box. So that's why we have to check. If it is a pen, then we have a if there is a pen cap inside it, we can have a pen to put that cap over the pen. But if there is a copy, we cannot have what's the need of a pen when we have a copy? We cannot place the copy inside a pen, right? So that's why so that is the case where we have to check the object is an int or not, or the object is a long or not. Otherwise it will throw me an error. So it will throw me it will not throw me a compilation error because it is not we cannot find it inside the before the compile. On the compilation it will so we cannot find the unboxed error in the compilation time. It will be in the runtime when the code is running. Then we can get like this is an int type. Int is a smaller element. B is a smaller box, and we cannot put the long, that is a big element, inside a bigger box of object. So we cannot put that element to a smaller box, right? So that object will have I mean that object specifically should have an integer type to get stored in an integer type. That is the main concept. Like the object should have some should have a particular type to get stored that particular type itself, otherwise it will not happen. So boxing is easy, but unboxing is a kind of, I mean it is little bit different. Like, so yeah, that is it. Hope you can get hope you hope you get what I mean. I hope you get what is boxing and unboxing. So that is it from my side, guys. If you like this video series and so if you like all these video series, you can subscribe to my channel, and there is another playlist on Cosmos DB and Azure as well. You can check out that as well. So yeah, thank you guys. Bye.